Hey guys, it is the ABA Mom. I am back. Sorry it's been a while, but I'm going to have a couple of awesome parent content videos coming up. But for today's video, we are going to go over haircuts. I think this is going to be a great video because not only do kids with autism struggle, but even young children struggle with haircuts. It can be a scary thing for some children. And so today we're going to go over how you can help your child and yourself make that experience better. And at the end of the video, I am going to put in some clips. One will be one of the tips I'm going to give you that me and Riker practice, and the other one is going to be the haircut that we did at home, because with the barber shops being closed at the moment, that is our only option, and he still needed a haircut. But typically I take Riker to the barber shop every 3 weeks, just to keep that as part of our routine, and his hair grows in that amount of time. So tip number 1 is getting your child's haircut more often. So going every 2 to 3 weeks, so that way they start to get used to it and it becomes more of a routine for them. And the less time between, the less they've forgotten the experience and the barber themselves. I'm going to start doing Rikers at home every 2 weeks, just because this last haircut was a really difficult one for him. He's made some regression in the progress we had made, and it had also been a while, which explains why. So tip number 1 is more often. Tip number 2 would be to every day, as part of routine, is wetting their hair, even with like a spray bottle if you can, or just with some sink water and running it through and brushing it, since that is usually the first steps in a haircut. That way when the barber starts to do it, the child doesn't start to get worked up yet. If you can prolong when the child is going to get worked up, it might make getting through that experience a little bit easier. I usually style Riker's hair too, just so he's used to me running my fingers in, putting different textures in his hair, and so he doesn't mind it now, because we have been doing it for over a year. In the very beginning, he really struggled with me styling his hair and did not like it. So with time, practice, patience, we've made a lot of progress, and it's helped in the haircut process, and it's only going to keep helping. So that's number 2. Number 3 is they have different Play-Doh toys. This Play-Doh toy is Poppy, but they have all kinds of different ones. And you put the Play-Doh inside of here, and you can give her a haircut. She has different little styles that you could put in, and you roll her up, and the hair comes out, and you can use the scissors to cut it. This makes it like a fun game, and I usually say we're playing haircut. And I talk about how my child is going to be getting a haircut as well, and this isn't something we're just doing as pretend. This is something we also do in real life. And then the 4th thing that you can do is another fun game, I call it. And you're gonna get a stuffed animal. Usually I would go to like the Dollar Tree and get one with hair that you don't mind destroying and throwing away, because don't pick their favorite toy or stuffed animal, but it has to have hair. So if your child is having struggles with the wetting and the brushing part, you can start by saying, hey, I'm gonna wet your hair, and then you can wet Princess Poppy's hair. And then I'm gonna brush your hair, and then you can brush Princess Poppy's hair. And if you let me do that, and you don't hit or cry or whatever the child may be doing, those are personal, my situations, Riker will hit, then you can use that as a reward at the end. They get to be the hairstylist or the barber and give Princess Poppy a haircut and use the scissors. which you might have to help them with if they don't know how to use scissors as a safety way. This is usually a lot of fun for kids. It kind of gives them a little bit of control and power, and they really enjoy playing haircut and being the barber. This also teaches them some imagination and pretend play. And then there is, of course, you can go on YouTube and find some videos and songs. You can read books about it. You can take them with you to get a haircut, or possibly with a sibling or cousin. They can go together. If you need any other tips and tricks, you feel like those ones aren't working, or you have tried those ones yourself, please feel free to reach out and message me. I am more than happy to help strategize. If you just want to talk, if you just have questions about other stuff, always feel free to reach out. When this is over, next is going to be the 2 clips that I told you at the end. I hope they help your learning experience, and I hope this helped your learning experience and helps make haircuts a more improved experience for you and your child. When I style Riker's hair as part of our daily routine, I usually give him a snack or some kind of toy. Now he's used to it, so he doesn't fight it. I also use the Johnny B hair gel just because I like the smell. And I also use this brush right here. It's kind of hard, but he doesn't mind, and it helps me style easier. And then I use a random hairspray that I have. Okay, all done. High five. Good job. Good job. Kisses. Thank you. Once I get to the hair cutting process, I show him the water that he's already used to, and I start getting him involved in the process. This is me just trying to line up where I'm going to cut the hair. This part's actually not really that important. And then I start getting him ready. I make sure he has all the reinforcers that he needs and some distractions, and that's me realizing I forgot to put on a guard, so then I had to go get one. So then I start cutting his hair, and he's fine at first. Once I get closer to his neck, he starts to fight it. He also doesn't like the spots next to his ears, so I really just try to get it really fast and get it over with, since it is part of the haircut that we do have to do. Me and his grandfather tried to comfort and distract him through it, and then we let him use the cutters on his grandpa to get comfortable with it. For Riker, it didn't really help. It only made it worse, but that could be different with your kid. Then I spend some time trying to distract him or redirect him, so that way he can calm down and I can get back to my haircut. Then I realized that he is just focused and worked up, so I just have to rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. I left this part in as part of the learning process for parents to show that even with my background and tools, this is something we still struggle with and we are working towards. These tools aren't fix-it tickets. They are tools to help you work. With the time and work, these experiences can get better.